The other day when you had that situation, the woman in the gorilla mask throwing the eggs, causing disruption. I mean, that was, that was something that was super disturbing. And I wonder if you know if law enforcement is trying to locate her, arrest her?
I do know that the L.A. County Sheriff, Alex Villanueva, said that it was a hate crime. If I had been a Democrat, can you imagine what would have happened? It would have been talked about in Bangladesh. They would have called it an example of systemic racism. But because I have an R at the end of my name, the story did not get nearly the kind of coverage I think it otherwise would have gotten.
Sir, it wasn't just one woman in a gorilla mask. There were several people there. It's all on camera. A lot of people are saying that this was assault. So then the question is, for law enforcement, why has nobody been arrested?
That's a good question. Now, under this governor, 20,000 convicted felons were released early. Maybe the person that threw that thing at me was one of them. We've got soft on crime, DA in Los Angeles, who was endorsed by Gavin Newsom. Crime is going up. We have a 41% violent crime increase in L.A. By that, I'm talking about shootings and homicides. It's one of the many reasons why people are leaving California, and one of the many reasons why Gavin Newsom is going to be recalled on September the 14th.
When they asked for President Biden and Kamala Harris to come and campaign, did that give you an indication that the Governor Newsom's team was pretty worried about the situation?
They are scared to death. And what they're really afraid of, Dana, is that Larry Elder from the hood, went to public schools, is going to break this tie that Democrats have over black and brown voters. Again, black and brown voters want choice in education, yet they pull the lever every election for the Democratic Party that stands in the way of the route to go from poverty to middle class, which is to finish high school, one presumably where you can read, write, and compute at grade level. And they're deathly afraid that Larry Elder will break that hold they have over these black and brown voters. So that's why Obama's coming in. That's why Bernie Sanders cut a commercial for him. Senator Warren did. And by the way, Dana, they never uttered these following words. Gavin Newsom has done a good job for the people of California. They haven't said that. They talked about it being a Republican takeover, but they're not defending its record on crime, on homelessness, on the rise of the cost of living, on the fact that people are leaving California for the very first time. They're not saying Gavin Newsom has done a good job for California, because he hasn't.